no way this is getting fixed without tools and materials, and even then, swimming downstream is dangerous and requires too much energy. I should follow a path through this forest and maybe I can find something to fix my boat. Strange landmark, hopefully. I thought I heard footsteps from back there, but it was probably just my imagination. Another one? And with barbed wire around it. Is this some sort of animal trap? Huh. Dead, decaying trees are everywhere. This island doesn't look like the most habitable places. Looks like this is a point and click game. So, give it a try. Why does someone hang a creepy looking black cloth like that? Bizarre. More than one cross in the ground usually means a cemetery or burial grounds. Names and other markings too weathered to make out. I remember doing carvings like this for my son on his favorite tree back home. Huh. My god, a human skull. It looks aged and decrepit. Is this from a shallow grave? Not sure what creature's leg that is. It looks like there's predators about. Need to find shelter before it gets dark. The controls are kind of funky, actually. Noose tied to a glistening steel chain. It looks fresh, like it's only been recently placed. It hasn't been here long. Whoever left it's like it's still around. Iron shackles crusted with what will be blood. I should stay calm. My exhaustion is making me imagine frightening scenarios. Yeah, no crap. Find some life on this island. I'm so hungry that I wouldn't mind joining them in their little feast. All the guts are still inside. Someone or something skinned the poor thing alive. Who would do such a thing? Dried blood close to the hook. I would have assumed that these were being used by hunters, but after all the events I've seen, I began to think otherwise. I thought that was a person, but just another black cloth. I've had a bad feeling that being watched or followed. A dead crow whose wings have been torn off. If I can't find some other meal, I'll come back and cook this. Beggars can't be choosers. Where the hell have I come? That's a human hand, the flesh still on the bone, and the remains are fresh. What the fuck? Let me follow this stream and see where it leads to. At least I'll have something to guide me along. Yeah, right? I'm sure this black cloth is meant as a foreboding message, but I should press on. I'm dying of hunger. Maybe I should build a raft using some of these broken tree branches after I get energy. This hook looks used, like it's been here for a while. Small chunks of rotten flesh still remain on it. I had to be completely crazy to eat that, though. I'm not too far from that lion thinker right now. This particular black cloth looks like a praying witch. Maybe I'm hallucinating, but it appeared to move. A man-made path in the middle of the forest. I finally might be nearing civilization. I finally might be nearing an end to my suffering. Someone else received an abrupt violent end here, or has my delirium gotten the best of me? Each time I see these, I get a strange feeling that they were once people. Yeah. Chapter 2, Wardwell House. The path has led me to a clearing, and I've arrived at an old, dilapidated house. At least I have found sanctuary. It's obvious that strange cult-like activities took place in this island in a previous era. No way I'm going back in that wilderness. Is there anything else you need to see? I don't see anything. Oh, okay. I wonder who would build a house on this sinister island. I'll think about it later. For now, I really need to rest. The decapitated head of a horse. The eyes and innards of the head have been removed. The smell here is sickening. Various rusted tools and chains scattered around. Nothing unusual here. A chainsaw covered in blood. Looks like more than just trees for being cut with this. What a nightmare. Locked. So much for trying to get through the side door. Well, the day planner contains entries for day-to-day errands and appointments. Last entry is dated 5 years ago. Wow. Painting of a gorgeous horse in this prime. Fortunately, it looks like the same one outside. I'm stunned. Immaculateness and opulence were not the impression I was expecting to have on the way in. Is there more? I'm on camera, I think. According to the clock, today's date is September 21st. I can't believe that I've been on the water for more than 5 weeks now. The Wardwell family, they look very rich. These uniforms look ancient. Seem like little children once lived here. Everything looks well maintained. Is someone still living here? This book looks like a part of a series in the 17th century, American history. Salem, Massachusetts, places in American history. Jacob, this is my final reminder about the upcoming board meeting. As CEO and chairman of the board, you are responsible to answer the charges leveled against you. The meeting will discuss how you squandered company funds on gambling. You have not attended a single meeting for months, and the board will also decide your future as chairman. Please respond. This is your company, and it faces huge problems. Interesting. So what do I do now? Supplier place has been used a great deal. There's a faint sensation of residual heat being given off. Some of these photos have placards with dates and names. They appear to be family photos through multiple generations. Some of them are quite old. Pages and pages of the head of household's diary's entry. It looks like he suddenly shifted gears and focused on gambling above all else, and then begins focusing on his family, history, and genealogy. His name is Jacob Wardwell. Diary next to a photo of an old man must be a previous patron of the family. Most had three discussing scope: hope for his son Jacob's ability to lead the company he built into prosperity, and remove the previously tarnished reputation of the Wardwell family. The painting depicted destruction caused by rising waves and storms. Eclair wins Kentucky Derby. Volume after volume, topics range from financial profitability to investing, even horse racing. Huh. Text on theology, mysticism, and ancient history. It's apparent that many more books are missing from the shelf than any of the others. Wow. This is the last instrument I want to hear played right now. Yeah, no kidding. The fireplace is ornamental and is another expression of wealth, as it's made of expensive marble with gorgeous golden accents. It's like a family sat here every evening sharing dinner. It's my one only true love, Catherine Jacob. A very old and dusty chest is tightly locked. Frame reads Samuel Wardwell, May 16, 1610 to September 22nd, 1692, Salem, Massachusetts. Wow. He's been gone for quite a while. Okay, I've seen everything there is to see here. Where do I go? There, 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 there. There's Triple Crown win. The horse must have been a real winner. It was coveted once. Portrait of Eclair. This must have been made to commemorate this big Derby win. The painting depicts a man being seduced into a forest by an enchanting witch. Well. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious on the way in what we experienced. That sure looks freshly washed and ironed. Piano Sonata number 8 in C minor. I shouldn't have done that. I'm so drained it's hard to concentrate. Same one, so we're going to go upstairs. Well, this is where I leave off for now. I will be back with another episode here in a bit. We'll see you on the next one.